Alright, what's up everyone? I'm Mike Deary and this is rockguitarpower.tv, and I guess you could call this episode 1 or video 1 or whatever. So what I want to do is show you the parts to the song that I got so far that I've been telling you about. So it's got a Latin vibe and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be an instrumental rock tune with a lot of different really cool things to it. So what I'm going to do now is just play what I have so far, and then I'm going to tell you about how I wrote it and how all the parts work together. Oh, and yeah, by the way, this is my Godin multi-act nylon. So it's a really cool guitar. It's one of my favorites. It's got nylon strings like a classical guitar, but it's really comfortable to play and it sounds really good going direct, which I am right now. So here we go. So here are the parts, and again, this is kind of what the parts I came up with so far. And just to talk a little bit about songwriting and how I develop my parts. So it starts off with like a melody, kind of like a soloing lick. And now this song is in the key of B minor. And what usually ends up happening is, even though you might hear a lot of soloing in single notes, I always look for a certain chord progression to base the lead and melody on. So I was just jamming out in B minor, kind of on the chord, and then I used the minor scale just to kind of jam around and find some notes. And as I was jamming on the chords, I kind of put together a very simple chord progression that goes B minor, E minor, and then D major. So when you hear this melody, this first part is based on a B minor chord. Alright, and then I'm going to go to an E minor chord. And then it goes to a D major chord. Alright, so these are arpeggios, which is nothing more than a chord played one note at a time. So that's the opening part. I think it's important when I write, melody stuff, and especially instrumental music, that the melody needs to be very strong, because it's kind of like the line that the singer would sing. So you got to really make sure it's memorable. So that's the riff I have, and then I went into this other chord progression to spice it up a little bit. Alright, and this is actually probably one of the most common chord progressions, especially for like Latin style music. And basically this just goes B minor, A major, G major, and F sharp major. And I just used some different chord voicings and some different shapes to spice it up. And then I was able to do this little really cool run at the end. So it gives us some kind of fire at the end there, which I always love. So those are the basic parts. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of really cool stuff I'm looking to do. There's a technique that I love that I've been using a lot that I learned from Rodrigo and Gabriella. If you haven't heard them, go check them out. They're amazing. Gabriella is the rhythm guitar player, and she has this technique with her right hand. I'll show you this more in another video because I'm just going to do the basics here, but here's a quick peek at how this rhythm looks. Really fun. I use triplets, and again, I'll show you another video and I'll show you this technique, but that's what I have so far. I'm going to do some really cool stuff with this in the future. Pretty soon what I'm going to be doing is showing you how I sequence all this. Right when I start creating music, I always like to put it in my computer and work with my recording software. I'm going to be using both Pro Tools and Logic. I'm kind of mixed between the two, and I'll tell you why in future videos, but pretty soon I'm going to show you, what I'll show you is when I produce and when I write. After I create a rhythm, I put it right in the computer so that I could keep jamming on it and come on up with new ideas. So that's what I have for you in this video. I'll definitely have a new one for you really soon. And remember, rockguitarpower.tv is where you can go to watch this series develop. Please send this out to whoever you want. Make it out, get it out there, make it go viral. And also, if you have the means, remember I'm doing this to try to raise some funds to donate to Save the Music Foundation, so we could help out some schools and people you know, that really should have music in their lives. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with a new video.